Hi guys. All right. So today is Friday, and let's see. All right. In math today we talked about parallel and perpendicular lines. So if you go to your seesaw, go to activities, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. All right, right here, week 22 math, and down towards the bottom. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let's try this again. All right, so down here on page 13. All right, so let me erase all of this. All right, so perpendicular and parallel lines. So perpendicular are right here in the blue. These are lines that form 90-degree angles. So you can have points on these lines. Get the marker. All right, so let's say we had points right here, and we call this A, and then right here they meet at B, and then right here they meet, let's say it's C. All right, so this line right here, AB, so we would say, in order to say that these are perpendicular, because they form, you see this little box right here, so you see that they form 90-degree angle, and so we would write line, so you just make the little line symbol, and then this line right here goes straight down, so start at A, go to B, so line A, B, and then to make the perpendicular symbol, you make this little symbol right here, so AB is perpendicular to, and then you do the second line, BC. So when you see two lines and they share that endpoint there, which forms this 90-degree angle, those are called perpendicular lines. So here's two more examples here. Now, parallel lines, these are special lines. They are never going to touch. They're always the same distance apart from each other. So if you look at this one, so from here to here, these lines will never touch. They're always, if they were to continue and keep going on and on and on forever, they would never ever come together and meet. So parallel, and if you look at the word parallel, it actually has an example of parallel lines in the name. So parallel is lines that are never going to touch, and they're the same distance apart from each other at every point. So no matter where I am on the line, those are the same distance. They're never, ever, ever going to meet. All right, so let's put some points on here. Let's name it. So let's talk about this one on the top and this one on the bottom. So let's say this is A, and right here, let's say we have a point B. So I could name that line AB. And let's say down here we've got C, and let's call this one D. So I could say that line AB and these are parallel, so I'm going to do the parallel symbol, two lines straight up and down, and then the second line, so though AB is parallel to CD. Okay, so line AB right here on top is parallel to line CD. All right, so once you are done with that, you may turn that in. Oh, wait, hold on, I forgot something. The last thing we did is all the way down here at the bottom on page 18. So these are some of the vocabulary that we have done throughout the week. So you have right angle, parallel lines, line segment, ray, obtuse, and acute angle, line and point. So go ahead and match those up and turn that in once you finish that. That's what I should have said. All right, then in reading today, if you go to activities and you go down, reading week 22, whole group and independent, click on that, open it up. So yesterday we read the story about the two bear cubs, and we read we did scene 1 together. So we read this part together and this part right here, and then scene 2 and 3 students finished on their own, and they put them in order. And then today they had a quiz on Google Classroom about the story. So if you go on here and you look Reading Quiz Friday, this needs to be done, and I would have the tab open with the story. That way you can go back and you can reference the story. There's also some questions on there that tie into some of this vocabulary that we learned today about stage directions and scenes, and what makes a drama a drama. Like how does it separate itself and stand out versus, any other kind of text or anything like that. So make sure you go back. There's also a page here on the very beginning, page, I think 3, where it talks about stage left. And so when you're on stage left and you're right here in the audience, stage left to you is not on the left-hand side. So it's opposite. And so go back to those and reference that during your quiz to make sure you do a good job on that. Then the other part was at the very end, students are writing their own. So right here it says draft to write your play. So this left side has where you can plan it out. What's the setting? What's your story going to be about? What's the problem? How does it get fixed? And then the right side is where you actually write out the dialogue. So you put a person, whoever's talking, on the left, and then what they say on the right, and write out your story. You can have a narrator in there so they can give some more information, and then your characters should be talking back and forth to each other. Alrighty, that was reading. And then right here, the Flipgrid, where it says Flipgrid Readers Theater. If you'd like to share your story, you can upload it there and share it with the rest of the class and hear other people's story. You can act it out there. And then in writing, go to your activities, go down to writing. We finished this first page here, and then we went over, right here. All right, so we went over here, and the directions are right here about capitalizing seasons and directions. So the names of seasons are lowercase unless they are part of a proper name. So like when we say Winter Olympics, that's the proper name of the Olympics, and so that winter is capitalized. But when you just say, okay, every winter I make a snowman, that is not capitalized. Then when it says like for a direction, the ship sailed southwest, that is not capitalized. But whenever you describe a specific region, like when you say I lived in the north, then you would capitalize it. So we went through there, and then we had some writing time to where we wrapped up our writing and put everything together here. And our stories, there's a Flipgrid for that also right here, share your writing, interesting animal. You can click on that, and there's a link there to where you can share your writing with the class. Then when we came back from lunch and recess, we got into science, and we got, all right, so here, moon phases. When you open this up, here's the phases of the moon. And so we recreated this model with our Oreos, and we watched this video here, so you can click on this link and watch that about the phases, and it describes each one. And then we added some notes to our notebook, so those are there, so make sure that gets into your science notebook. And then this is where we uploaded a photo, and we had labels for each of our cookies. And then if you did not do the cookies, there's a blank sheet for you here, so you can use the Seesaw tools, and you can use the data sheet here to create your phases and make sure they get labeled. Then we talked about these and match those up. So turn in that. That got turned in today. And then the last part of today, go here. The Monday through Friday social studies, we did this Friday portion on Reconstruction, and then it was just a few questions. We uploaded that, and or we did that and got that all turned in. And so everything on this list here, make sure everything got done. All of these green clipboards should now be grayed because everything's gotten turned in. And then the only thing that we haven't officially finished in Seesaw is because of those couple short days that we had, the books that we were reading for small group, we did not finish the question parts on the end with the comprehension questions. So you have until Monday to do that. But everything else that says week 22, so moon phases, let me go ahead and take off the tutorials because we're done with that. Let's see, writing should be finished. Reading should be finished. This Monday intervention enrichment, we did this together on Monday. That should be done. Seasons, we did that together. That should be done. Week 22 math, that should be turned in. And division test, I'm still waiting on some people to make corrections. That should be done. And then, of course, everything from last week should for sure be done. So go through there, make sure when you click on your activities, the only thing that should be sitting there is your book. So whether you're group A, B, or C, that is okay to still be in that activity. Everything else should be finished. Same thing when you go here and you're scrolling all through your Google Classroom. See how mine are all green? Okay, they should all be grayed out. There should not be anything still green like mine. Alrighty, so make sure that gets turned in. Have a good weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye, guys.